A deal has been struck. Ionas and Filnyr have thrown the lot of their budding city-state in with the charneled princess Bezleth Lultal and her vampire retinue. The deal: Lakenhearth will head to Gilbrain under the white flag of diplomacy, flanked by as many minor valley celebrities as possible to present the ascended ore to Havis Corvair and strike an accord with the secreted, cloistered, elven power to the south. Their real goal will be to destroy the control rods Havis now hoards, thus setting free the charneled army he now builds, and secret away a clay golem or two, so that Bezleth might bring Abel back from the abyss of the Huron Stone and into a functioning flesh. But they are on borrowed time after killing one of Havis's lieutenants, and their only hope is that they can get in and out of there without the elves knowing they had anything to do with it. From their home in Lakenhearth, they have made huge inroads of discovery on the nature of the Breen and of the deeper secrets of charneling, secrets that drove Abel Snowflower into desolation and hermitage on Donatus's Red Cloud Mountain, and eventually they were secrets that drove him back into civilization, grasping at his last threads of hope for the valley and indeed all peoples of the Gilbrain Island. Donatus is a mountain, yes, but it is also the soul of a once great Illithid crusader. And there are other charneled Illithids, but how many? And are they here? And what do they want of this war-torn land? Helspeth and Griggly know. They are the king and queen of the old Moonbrooks, who once safeguarded the land from atop Robert's gift. Though they still maintain personal power, they no longer command legions of spellcasters to exert their will, good or bad, upon the land. The current Robert Hark may soon be replaced. Monterre is a political mess teetering toward massive civil revolution. Adair is facing a quiet merchant's coup led by Prince Adair's wife, Lady Goliath Adair, née de Merode, now encamped in the Owlwood. She is aided and abetted by many, including the new guild boss Bobby Goldtongue. The prince is locked in a siege of Lakeshire, with all of his nobles and a mercenary army encircling the town. But without the merchants, their money must run out sometime. And what happens when it does? Lakeshire is now controlled by the wily Faeruni wizard Jesus of Waterdeep, who cares for nothing but the free flow of Ladybone from inside Gilbrain out to Faerun. Littlefinger Lake is full of dead, and no one but the Oglethorpers seem to dare sail or swim it. Herr Walter Faust defeated Paraso. Florence cousin Crispin the Decent and Adaran mercenary might soon return home to take over his town. And finally, Ionas discovered that Azir Gerald sent in something that she called 5 Kishi into Lakenhearth, after her spybot was destroyed. Time is indeed running out for the Dungeon Dads. That can only mean one thing, though. It is time for the Dungeon Dads.
You get all that, Tim?
I was reading along, my friend.
Just along for the ride, but everyone must stand. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna win inside.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. As always, I am your DM, Tom Blaylock. You are listening to Every War Must End on the Dungeon Dads podcast, and I am joined today by 3 great players of D&D and just great human beings. Sam Frank playing Schnobik the Bastard. What's up, Sam?
Great man playing a great game.
That's right. The freshly shorn John Watson playing the wizard Ionas Silhavid.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Down here in North Carolina, it's getting warm.
It's getting warm.
Gotta lose that hair.
From his face. Shorn from his face. Just to make that clear. It's like he took off his beard, his goatee.
Just my beard, just my mustache goatee, and my hair.
And I think the celebrity of the hour here playing Filnyr Omajira is Tim Carr, who I think you're beginning to realize that this whole maybe this whole campaign is is tied very closely to you and your character and your original email to me saying, I think I'm going to be a Hexblade. What's up, Tim?
What's happening? I also got shorn, but we haven't seen each other in a couple weeks, so I expect you guys to notice.
I'm sorry, I only see your face though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that explains
it. My lady, you're shorn. It's like a ripe peach.
Yeah.
Come, take a bite.
Yeah. It's fun to see that Filnyr is more instrumental in the scheme of things than I would have once thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Look, some of this we should save for future bonuses, but I do think whether it's working or not, in the very beginning of this episode of this campaign, I was like, what does a hermit on a mountain, a brand new Hexblade diplomat, and a wannabe king from the sort of the high society city have in common? And it took a long time because a lot of time it was just like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Are you guys ready? Oh.
I mean, I just want to say, as a wise woman once said, you take 2 steps forward, I take 2 steps back. We come together because opposites attract.
That's right. Was that Janet?
That was Paula.
That was
Abdul.
Paula.
That's Paula Abdul. I don't know.
I still think it's a little weird that she was fucking that cartoon cat.
Scat cat.
I don't know what you're talking about. Paula Abdul is fucking a scat cat?
Yeah.
Was this an MTV video from my period in Japan?
Yes.
I.e.
Absolutely.
almost the
Possible.
entirety of
Very
my
possible.
young life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yes, indeed it was.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't a video that you could play on the video jukebox that was in the food court by the Camp Butler PX, I didn't see the video.
Well, do yourself a favor and look up Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract.
Okay.
You've got a nice little treat waiting for you.
Okay. I'm into it. I did happen to just rewatch the Meatloaf
I would
Anything
do
for you?
anything for love.
2 observations, and then we got to play D&D.
Yeah, we got
First
What?
observation.
Okay.
First observation. It's a lot like a generic Japanese karaoke video. First. Second, that song is fucking amazing. Like, I know it's outplayed and it's overdone, but like that song is terrific.
It is a
hot
great
take
song.
right there.
I
It's a
agree.
hot take.
Yeah.
With some hot meatloaf coming out
so
the
hot,
oven.
so hot, Meatloaf.
Let's play this game.
Let's
I
play.
have an encounter. I have like multiple encounters prepared for you. This episode is going to take 6 episodes.
As per usual.
As per usual.
Well, all right. Ionas is ready to go.
Okay. Let me ask you guys before. So you remember what happened at the end of last time? You found out this news. You did all the research. I think Filnyr finding out some of the Havis Corvair background, I think, is going to be really important. Obviously, Schnobik wants to leave really, really soon. But in studying the journal, you discovered that there are perhaps things here that should not be here. Do you guys want to take your rest now? You did your research as part of your rest. It's the middle of the day, though, so I will leave it to you how you want to adjudicate that.
Ionas reads this and immediately grabs Florn and says, "Oh no, Florn, we've got a problem.
What is it, man?
Just hold still. I'm going to cast Rary's telepathic bond with Florn, myself, a Saber, and Florn's bird.
Oh, okay.
And
Not Filnyr.
Filnir's not there,
Okay.
and I'm going to.
You're in his library, is that right?
I'm with Florn in his library.
Yes. And Filnyr is back in the windmill, and Schnobik is asleep in the weird coffin machine that has the tiller that moves him in and out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so once I cast it, I'm going to tell them in my mind, we either have imposters here in the city or something is on its way. I need the bird to do reconnaissance outside of the city. Saber, I need you to smell everything. And Florn, we're in contact. I'm going to go tell Filnyr.
And Florin says, "All right, what are we looking for?"
I do not know. There's something in here. What's the name of it again, Tom?
Kishi.
There's something there. Apparently, there are 5 Kishi either here or on their way here now.
You mean other than Wokest?
What?
Other than Wokest, he's a Kishi.
What the hell is a Kishi? How do you know what they are?
They're extremely good at singing. Okay. Most of them are not good. All right. Let me see. I think he's here, though. I think Wokest is in town right now.
Wokest is in Lakenhearth?
Yeah, he covers his face, changes his look. It's just something he does.
What for? Why didn't he come and say hello, talk to us?
He's not feeling too comfortable with y'all. He's been in the valley ever since the battle in the Briar, and he is not... He doesn't see a future like I do. Let me just put it that way.
Can you bring him here?
I don't know which one he is, but I'll find him.
All right, you do that. Saber, you and the bird do reconnaissance. I'm going to talk to Filnyr. Break.
Okay.
And then I go and I run and tell Filnyr what I found.
All right.
Filnyr, look! I've been reading the journal from. God damn it, y'all, with these damn names.
Havis Corvair.
It's not Havis. It's Adel Dazim. What's that?
Azir Gerald.
I've been reading Azir Gerald's journal, and it says that she's sent some agents here, and look, it's here, it's right here. This must have been days ago.
Does that say Kishi?
Yes, Flawn says that Kishi are like Wokest. I'm very confused, but she did this after we destroyed. Apparently, remember the little centipede thing with the jewel in it? That was hers.
Of course, that makes so much sense. With her odd armor and those chompy things. Well, how do we figure out?
Pardon me, Filnyr, if you don't mind. It's the sword.
Yes.
It is I, Kegaset. I have been listening. Your man says Kishi are here.
That is what he has discovered, yes.
These are most foul beasts. They're demons from the deep. They are men in their face. And they all have wolf or some vulpine face in the back. And they usually wear hoods or helmets to cover them up. And they are very dangerous. They are quite good at impersonating people. They are quite good at controlling the minds of humans. And they are incredible fighters. They are often a first line of attack when the underworld seeks to strike the top side.
I suppose we are in for some excitement, Kegaset.
Well, I will be here. If you have a friend who is a Kishi, they are quite good at sniffing out their kind.
That is good to know.
Is he actually a friend? I have heard of good ones, but I have not ever met one in my time.
Did Ionas tell me about Wokest or no?
I said that he's here.
Okay. I cannot say I know of a Kishi at all, friend or foe, but I suppose we should be on the lookout. So, hoods, helmets, anything else you can tell me that might help discover them? Sensitivities, perhaps? They are demons. Do they avoid sunlight?
Sunlight might well affect them. The thing that they all have is a shield. And it's a very peculiar shield. It is shaped like a teardrop. And in battle, they will often... There's no nice way to say this. They'll rip the heads off of their opponents and put them onto the shield, and it creates an almost... I don't know how to describe it. It gets in your mind. It's not the fearfulness of the thing that makes you upset. There's something on the shield itself which causes fear and a very difficulty in attacking them, especially if the race of the thing that has been killed is of your own.
I see. Can Ionas hear this?
I don't think so.
No.
No. Okay. I will
But you can
relay.
let him know
I
everything.
will relay what Kegaset has told me, so he knows.
After he says that, I'll in my mind, I'll talk to Saber, and I'll say, Saber, you know the smell of Wokest. Find him.
Okay.
And the bond should, with Raries, it shouldn't matter where he is. It should extend far beyond the 120 feet.
Yeah. Question: how do we adjudicate this? I know with the wolf, Pawson, because he can speak, he was speaking to you in Raries. How have we ever done this where it's one of the familiars that doesn't have a language?
I did have a bond with Saber, but he was staying quiet earlier. I thought that since he was a fey creature, I'm not sure. I guess it's up to you. I thought that since he was a fey creature, maybe his fey voice comes out. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
His fey voice.
His fey voice.
Well, Paul
Hello. Ionas. No. Sorry. So they're out. I don't know how long you want to wait. If you just want to let the windmill be like ground zero for the search and you just want to hang out there, or if you want to do something else, I'll tell you, you're not going to get that information quickly.
I mean, we were trying to get a rest, so it's.
I am still getting a rest.
Yeah,
you are.
I could make do either way. I mean, I actually assume at some point an hour has passed, and that would be a short rest for Filnyr.
You got a short rest for sure.
Right.
Yeah, you guys. I think we were already in hour number 3 or 4.
Right. Okay.
When you got the journal.
So that'll give me my spell slots back, and then I have to do a long rest for the Mystic Arcanum. So that will be the one thing.
I've sent Flawn and his familiar and Saber out, and they are on the search. Beyond that, I do not know what we can do. Apparently, Wokest is one of these Kishi, and he's in town. So maybe if I've told them to come here, at least get in contact with us. If I suppose if we have a battle coming, we should try to rest as long as we can. Schnobik's already down. Maybe we both retire. I can at least speak to them mentally. I don't have to do anything.
Yes, I think rest would be wise. If needs be, I can stay up a bit longer, but will you know when Saber finds what he's looking for, even if you sleep?
I will try to take a nap, but I assume that any shouting in my brain is going to wake me up.
Okay. Yes, let's rest.
All right. So I will attempt to, hopefully with that, I'll just go up to my room and try to buy me and Filnyr a long rest.
All right. So, don't change your spells just yet. There's something that's going to happen here. So about an hour and a half after you send him out, Florn gets in contact with you and he says, we found something. Ionas, can you hear me?
Yes. Florn, what did you find?
I told Felipe what we were doing. And, he's actually a great tracker. So we we followed the trail out of town toward the boat launch for Oglethorpe, and then we picked up a trail again, a quarter of a mile to the northwest around the lake, and well, we found Locust's body.
What?
Yeah, we found Locust's body.
Locust is gone?
Yeah, and we didn't find his head.
By the gods.
Felipe's here with me, and he says if you can rest up, if you can finish resting up, you can leave it to us. I'm afraid we may have a fight coming.
All right. Thank you.
Now in the top floor of the windmill, there's a bookshelf. Can you see it? It's the only one there.
Yes, I see it.
Mostly cookbooks, things like that. Expensive, but not magical. I need you to go over to the bookcase, and if you can, just pull it back away from the wall a little bit.
I can assure you I cannot do that.
All right, well, maybe get Filnyr to do it. There's a button back there, and if you push it, every single door is protected by arcane locks in the windmill and in the path below.
All right, well, I will.
The password is Florn is the king.
Of course it is. I will make this attempt and allow my friend to sleep.
All right.
I'm going to go over to the bookshelf and try to move it.
It's not too heavy. It's DC
It better
7.
not be.
Thank God.
It's a DC 7.
Thank God.
DC 7 athletics or strength check. Just DC 7, John.
This is not good. This is not good. Oh. I got a natural 20.
And that is a what?
Which is an 18.
Okay, so yeah, so I mean, like
Desperate
you were
times.
probably pretty hopped up on adrenals, and
Locust is dead. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, and so like you basically rip this thing back, and you see the button that Florin told you about, and if you push it, like he said, every single door, all the way to his library, is going to be locked with an arcane lock with the password Florin is the king.
And then I say that, and they unlock. Is that what the deal is?
For like 2 rounds,
okay,
and then they lock back.
Okay.
I think that this thing lasts 24 hours.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Look. Oh, until dispelled.
Oh,
so
wow.
then all the locks have that on there.
Wow. Okay. I'll
Okay.
I'll push it.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to go back to Reston.
And about an hour later, Saber contacts you, and he has found the body of Locust as well. And
does he tell me what Florin and Felipe are doing?
They all went different directions, and Florin was not keeping Saber apprised of where they were.
But they're connected mentally.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I mean, he told him where they. I mean, he said where they were, but
didn't tell him all the stuff that was going on.
Didn't tell him all the stuff. And Saber relays to you in his like clicking, clacking Fey voice. His body has been hidden. His body has been hidden in a bushes. His loot is here, and there are scrolls. Whoever has hidden him, they did a very terrible job. I could smell him from many, 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 many paws away.
Well, good work, Saber. If you can grab one of the scrolls, grab one and bring it home.
There is there is also smell of otherworldly beast very nearby. Saber quite understand what is, but no, Saber never smelled this before.
Oh, all right. Forget the scroll. You know what? Forget it. And I just bamf him out.
Okay. All right.
And then
All right. So you bring him back to where you are?
I just bring it back to the windmill.
Okay. All right. He can relay now his smells and his other things that he saw.
Yeah. I'll go into his senses and his memories and see what he...
It's pretty much what, he described to you. It looks like Florin and Felipe probably dumped Wokus' body in some bushes by the lake.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The smell that he had, and he's able to just communicate this to you directly.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you a history check or a religion check, your choice.
I will take history.
Okay.
That is a 16.
Okay, so it is sulfuric, the smell that he smelled, the beast that he described.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a smell that when you were studying extraplanar dimensions, that was a very common smell in extra dimensional traveling.
Okay.
So components to spells often when used for extraplanar travel will smell like this afterwards.
So I got the sense that we found that it's coming off of Wokus and also some people nearby.
It's not coming off of Wokus.
Okay. All right. So there were people nearby.
It was something nearby.
And how close was Saber again to Lakenhearth?
Saber got a quarter mile north of Lakenhearth. He went a lot of places.
Yeah. Yes.
This is the only thing of worth note that he found.
But that smell came from about a quarter mile north.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. How much time do I think I have?
For what?
For resting.
Oh, to get your long rest, maybe another hour.
Okay. All right. Well, we're secure. I know they're on their way. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna tell Florin that they're coming soon.
Okay.
Actually, that'll be up to you. But I think it might have run out by now.
You can tell him.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So you think that they're out here?
Saber smelled them about a quarter mile north of the city.
Felipe thinks they're in the town.
Well, he is also very good at what he does. I can only tell you what Saber smelled when he found Wokus' body.
He wants to bring every soldier of Lakenhearth back and line them up and interrogate every single one of them, especially the newcomers. I'm not sure how well that's going to go over with some of these guys.
That will not be necessary. Tell him to stand down.
He says stand down. Well, he is in charge here. Yes. I don't care if Abel is not here anymore. He also knows what he's talking about. I got this. It's fine. Ionas is fine. Just finish your nap.
All right. I'll see you soon. All right. I'll take my long rest now if I can have it.
And change your spells if you want to. All that stuff. It's fine. You can, the knowledge you have, please take advantage of it.
I can do none of that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. And Schnobik, you don't get to change anything either. You're basically like an arcane trickster, except more of a badass. But you just can't change your spells, right?
Thank you. Yes, I have them all memorized.
Okay. So Schnobik, you're done. It feels like nighttime outside.
Does the arcane lock his box. And that's
There's no lock on this box, but
Okay.
it definitely locks the hallway that he's in.
I come out, I yawn, I stretch. Well, what a wonderful and uneventful rest. And then what? I go to the end of the hall and try to open the door and it won't open.
Yeah. In fact, this thing looks like there's a handle there, but the lock that was once there was like a, kind of very traditional, what is that called? Not a skeleton key. The old style like flop key. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway,
The old style flop key?
it's flop key. That's what we used to call them in Georgia. Flop keys.
Some kind of quiche?
Some kind of quiche flop key.
All right,
it's
so
okay.
I'm gonna run to the other end of the tunnel.
The lock is the same there. There's no lock there.
Okay. This is going to be kind of crazy, but like if I feel the roof of the tunnel, can I tell how far it is to the surface?
Oh man.
I mean, I guess I know how far down I came.
It's probably 10 feet down.
Yeah.
Give or take 5 feet that's what I will say. 5 to 10 feet, give or take 5 to 10 feet. Definitely by the doors, it's closer to the surface.
Is there, you said no handle, but is there a keyhole?
There was, and there no longer is.
There was, and there no longer is. So there's
Yes,
no,
and you're observant enough to know that, to recognize that.
yeah. And there's no, it's just a smooth,
Yep.
it's just a smoothie.
It's a smoothie. It's just a smoothie. It's a ripe peach.
God damn it. I should have known better than to fall asleep here. A place unknown to me. And is there a way to dig out around the doors? Are they sort of set into rock? Is it like a hobbit
Rock.
hole? Or are they into the?
It's rock. Yeah, it's rock.
All right, but are the walls and ceiling of the tunnel earth?
They are earth. Yes, they are earth. They are earthen.
They are earthen.
They're worked earth with occasional wood beams holding things up a little bit.
Okay. So I'm going to climb up on top of one of the wood beams and start digging for the surface.
Okay, all right. Do you have a special digging skill?
No, but I've got a very good acrobatics and a very terrible athletics.
Okay. So I mean, you can use your acrobatics to hold on to the beam, and then you can start digging, I guess, with your hands, right?
Trap me in a tunnel. I live in the Underdark. What are they thinking?
All right. And Filnyr, you sleep downstairs, is that right?
We dig more than we walk.
Yeah, I sleep on the ground floor.
Okay. So you can hear like an animal digging sound in the hallway. And you weren't there for the conversation about the arcane locks.
No.
So you can hear Schnobik digging by the door.
Do I know it's
Sorry,
Schnobik?
guys.
Do I know it's Schnobik?
It's the worst.
Would I recognize that it's Schnobik, or would I just hear something?
Well, you knew he went down there, and now you hear digging.
Right.
And you know that there's like demon hyena man people.
Well, exactly.
I've got
That are
a
also in
dagger that I can use as sort of I'm just sort of pulling earth down from the ceiling as fast as I can.
Did I wake up? Am I awake?
I mean, you don't hear this.
You're going to be awake in a second when Filnyr starts yelling.
Filnyr, give
Who's
me
there?
a perception check.
Who's
Give me a
digging?
perception check.
All right. Perception check. 17.
It's Schnobik. You're almost positive it's Schnobik.
Schnobik, what are you doing? Are you trying to dig through the floor? Just use the door.
I've been locked in here, you feckless half-elf.
And then what? I look at the door.
Don't pretend as though you don't know.
Yeah, there's no lock there anymore.
Filnyr!
The lock has disappeared on this side.
Filnyr!
Schnobik, just wait a moment. Let me speak to Ionas.
Something
I
happening
wait
down
for
there.
no one.
Fine, continue digging, but I'll be back momentarily. Ionas, do you...
Hey, Filnyr, what's happening?
The locks appear to have disappeared.
Oh yes, I locked us down last night. We have a situation, and I wanted to make sure we were protected, secure.
But you've locked your brother out of the space that we are in.
Oh dear Lord, what are you talking about? I was supposed to lock up the. I come like with my slippers, kind of tromping down the stair. Cluck, 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 cluck.
Do you have like a long nightcap that you wear?
He has to. It's the only time he wears anything that remotely looks like a wizard's hat.
And I've got my like
Toboggan.
my sleeping robes. I've pulled them up off my
You've got
knees.
a little
I'm holding them.
candle on a dish. Yeah.
Just kind of click, 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 click. Filnyr. What are you talking about?
Look at the door, Ionas.
Oh,
The lock is missing.
that damn boy. Flawn is king.
And the lock appears and it like clicks open momentarily.
What on earth? Schnobik, the door's open. You can stop digging.
And I very sinuously slide down from the rafter and land gently on my feet as though I wasn't doing anything.
Dude is covered in dirt. He's not looking clean at all. He's never looked more like a feral vampire before in his life.
Schnobik, this is no time to be playing in the dirt. We have a situation.
Why would you lock me in here? What trickery is this?
All right. There has been some miscommunication. I was told last night that the enemy may be within the walls, so I locked us down. I did not realize it would lock you away from the rest of us. I apologize.
I see no malice. You merely didn't think of me.
Schnobik, it is not. I was trying to protect you. You were in a.
My worldview everything has snapped back into focus. Ionas. Yes, this all makes sense now. I understand. And I walk past him into the windmill.
Okay. All right.
I just hold my head down. I say, Filnyr, we need to get dressed and we need to get out into the town. Felipe Madumba is ready to round up all the soldiers and start interrogating them. Apparently, these Kishi can be anyone. But
What
he
is going
convinced,
on? What occurred while I was resting?
Schnobik, I was reading Azia's journal. She has sent 5 Kishi here in order to investigate.
And Schnobik, you know exactly what Kishi are.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But basically everything that you have told them through their various sources over the
Yes, you know all. You know all.
last
all
30
of this
minutes.
stuff. And you even know that Azir Gerald rather enjoyed rounding up turncoat demons that had been fighting against Bezalith and using them for her own battle purposes.
Yes, Schnobik, I don't know if you know what Kishi are, but they are apparently these demon men that have faces on the back. It's hard to explain, but...
Oh, please, brother, explain it to me.
Well, they can be, I believe they can be anyone, but we've smelled, Saber has smelled that there are a few that might be here. It's difficult to explain to you, but extra plane to travel and all of that.
Would I know any specific, any particular tricks for identifying Kishi?
The shield stuff is a trick. If Ionas has told you about the sulfuric smell, you know that he's barking up the wrong Kishi with that is that is unrelated and is almost certainly Slod.
So as I told you, the smell came from about a quarter mile north of the city. So I believe that they are at least
that
without.
wouldn't be Kishi. That wouldn't be Kishi. I believe we have a side Slod.
I beg your pardon.
A Slod on the side.
What does a Slod have to do with any of this?
That would
What
be
is
the
happening?
sulfuric smell. Let us. They say they've rounded up all of the villages into the center of the square. That's good. That's exactly what we should do. Let's proceed to where they're gathered.
All right. Before we leave, I'm going to do this to the both of you. This is what's been happening for the last day or so, Schnobik. And I start casting Rary's telepathic bond again. And then I stare at him and I say, you can now hear me in your mind. We should communicate this way so that we can...
I cannot.
What?
Because you cannot cast Rary's telepathic bond on me.
What?
When you reach out from my mind, you find nothing there.
You're kidding.
Nope.
It doesn't work on undead or something?
Just the sound of an empty shell. Like you're here in the ocean.
I'm so happy to bring my brother in on the in crowd. So as you can see, brother, this is what I've been doing. I'm just staring at you with my eyes.
I run with a spell called Thought Shield, which was a UE spell that I negotiated with Tom for.
It only lasts 8 hours though, so you got to cast it 3 times a day.
Yeah.
But you can also allow me to communicate with you.
I can.
Oh, son of a
I
bitch.
would appreciate it if you would ask nicely, rather than just invading my mental space like some kind of rampaging horde through my mental defenses.
All right, I cast the spell. It can work. I will be staring at Schnobik, thinking that I'm talking to him, and getting nothing back. And I'll say out loud, Schnobik, did you hear that, Schnobik? I've cast a telepathic bond with you. I'd like to speak with you telepathically.
Well, I'm not sure that I care to speak with you telepathically, brother.
Oh, Schnobik, whatever differences we had, this is important.
So say it with your mouth. I've got very good ears.
Sure, but we may need to communicate in a way that no one can hear. Especially if there are if evil is afoot, if there are enemies about.
If we are to surprise any Kishi.
I believe the Kishi have already surprised us. I believe we should go spring the trap as we can. But very well. Very well. Reach out again.
And I say, all right, Schnobik, how about now?
Yes, I can hear you, but if you annoy me, I will cut this bond without a second thought.
All right.
And I will not hear your second or third thought.
I say, fine, and I head over to get dressed, and Schnobik hears my thoughts leaving. It's spoiled little, always complaining and crying about it.
It's annoying enough having him around and outside of my brain. Now I have to have him inside my brain as well. This is more trying than I had anticipated.
Is it just you and him on the last casting?
No, and Filnyr.
No,
and
okay.
you.
I would assume this is still covered by one casting. He's in the establishing of the bond.
For sure.
Yeah. And I go and get dressed and get ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Get all donned. Get the armor donned.
Once you're all dressed up and ready to go, and your spell slots are back, and whatever new spells you swapped out for, and all of that, you hear hammering outside, and you hear Felipe's voice saying, "Yes, there. We will only need 3 nooses. Yes, just 3."
God damn it.
And
Ionas, how do we get out of here?
Florn is king. That's the code word. Say Florn is king wherever you... anyway, I say it at the front door.
yeah, all right,
All
get
right.
out.
Walk out the front door. And it would be dark at this point, right?
It's dark. It's dark. There are torches lit. It's actually a lot of torches lit, and there is a line of about 20 Lakenhearthers. Most of them you recognize from, long time ago. Felipe is there, Florn is there, and they're having them all stripped down. And Felipe has a chair set up, and as they walk past him, he's reaching to the back of their head and feeling the back of their head. And then they are, carrying their clothes with them, and then when they walk past him, they're allowed to put their clothes back on. And he acknowledges the three of you. Yes, I couldn't wait.
Felipe, what are you doing?
It's illusion magic that they have. We found one, and he was not forthcoming at all. And he took out 4 guards before I slew him.
Where's that one?
And you over that way. And he points toward the outskirts of town, and there's 5 guards standing over there with torches and shields and spears, like guarding him.
So there's a line of people sort of all lined up waiting to get this treatment.
Yes. That's right.
I would not expect the Kishi to queue up to be slain, as it were. We should search the town and see who's avoiding this gathering.
Filnyr, I'm going to take Saber up to this dead demon body. Do you think Paulson would be able to help as well? Maybe we could recognize scents.
That's wise. And I'll call Paulson over.
All right. Yeah, he's sleeping out of town, but he hears you, and he comes bounding toward you. Oh, Master.
Paulson,
What is happening here?
We have some uninvited guests that were sent that we must dispatch with. Do you know what a Kishi is?
Sounds delicious.
Well, if you would join Ionas and Saber, they found a Kishi. They've slain him. There are 4 others, apparently, in the town that were sent to assassinate us.
That sounds bad.
So we must root them out, and I'm hoping that your keen sense of smell and overwhelming size would be very useful.
Got it. I'll head over there now. Master Ionas.
Filnyr, I'm reminded of a moment I had with an Annis hag before. Perhaps we should go to this body together.
Indeed. I'll work
Snowbeck,
with you.
you as well?
Very well. Yeah. But I'm going to stick to the shadows. I am not walking. I'm not walking in the light.
Shadows everywhere
Mhm.
because there's so many torches, and it actually creates, as you know, like more shadow than light. If these
Mhm.
people would just put these damn torches out, the moonlight would be enough for everyone to see very clearly. But they rely on these things for everything. It's ridiculous.
Can I have a stealth? I'm going to do a stealth roll.
Yeah. Give me a stealth roll.
27.
Jesus.
Okay, let me.
What are you?
I've got a. Okay, 1 second. I have to do a.
Dex fighter.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're in the shadows. You're sort of snaking along the town square walls, stores that are closed, like up and over, front gates, places where people tie their horses up. You might as well be invisible. So this is just on the edge of the town square, just past the town square, really, on one of the streets that sort of goes through a small residential area before it heads toward the lake. This is the road that probably someone would come in on if they had killed Wokest over by the lake, quarter mile outside of town. So there are guards there. When you guys get there, you recognize one of them, and wouldn't know his name, but he's been in Lakenhearth since he was one of the guys who was resurrected, and he is an elf now, and he says, so we got one of them. He's right here, and the others kind of look at you strangely, but they part for you to look, and he says, just in case you're wondering, Madame has already rubbed us on our backsides.
Very well.
So what do we see?
So no head,
Mm-hmm.
body. It smells similar to Wokest, but different enough. Like Wokest. I mean, Wokest had his own smell. He loved using the perfumes, and the give me. So, could do a medicine check. Is anybody here good at medicine? No.
Not proficient, but
Okay.
not negative.
We'll do a quick medicine check on this one, and then I'll let you guys do perception checks also, or investigation.
Well, I was going to say, while they're
15.
doing that, from the shadows, I'm
3. Har.
I'm staying out of sight and unobserved, looking at all of the guards standing around and any people I can see to see if any of them are acting strangely or if there's an odd one out.
Yeah.
So can I get a bonus on that because I'm observing them?
I will
unobserved?
give you advantage on your investigation or perception. Which do you think fits this one? I think probably investigation.
Honestly, probably insight.
Insight,
But
Okay.
I would take
Yeah.
investigation or perception over insight.
I'll
but-
give you an advantage on insight, and I'll give you straight perception or
right.
investigation.
I'll take advantage on insight. We'll see how
Okay.
it goes.
All right.
It's a 10.
So you don't know these guys, obviously.
Mhm.
But the nice thing is you are looking at this with fresh eyes. You don't recognize anybody
Mhm.
here. The one that is like talking to Ionas, the elf,
Mhm.
is acting strangely. But I mean, he seems to be acting nervous.
Mhm.
Not strangely for him, but nervous
But more
Compared to the
nervous than the other guards who are
than the
there.
other guards. That's right. And Filnyr, you this cut on his throat, this looks like it cauterized as it cut. So there's like some burn marks, but also the viscera from the neck is, instead of spilling all over the place, it's almost like gelatinous.
Wait,
I'll
didn't
talk
one
to
of
the-
our guys do that to him? Is
Yeah,
that
that was what I was-
Felipe?
That Felipe apparently slew him. So is Felipe with us? No.
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 God, you there. Who took off this creature's head?
The guard over that way. Chancel, I think his name is Chancel. Chancel's his name.
Chancel beheaded this Kishi.
Yeah. He came over here and he talked to me a little bit, and he turned around and he looked, and there was this guy was also in guard clothes, and he lobbed his head off and showed it to me, and and it was bad. It was real bad. Yeah, and he took the head with him.
Chancel took the head.
Chancel took the head. Yeah, yep.
And you see Chancel now?
No, he went into the inn and then
With the head?
Yeah, he gave the head the gnome, the little guy.
Felipe.
I mean, yeah, because the gnome came out and got everyone to line up after that.
I see. I'm going to walk back over to Felipe.
Okay.
And just see if this story lines up.
Yep.
Ionas is continuing to ineffectually medicine check this guy.
Yeah. Everything checks out.
Looks like a hand.
Yep,
It's got all its fingers.
Learned a little from Abel here. Yep, the head was cut off here.
But I will let you do a perception.
You can see that this is where the head was removed.
I'm gonna have Saber smell the guy, and I'm going to get a sense from Saber. Let me see. I'm gonna have Saber smell the guy, and then I'm going to say in my mind. Hopefully, Snowbick's listening. If he's not, he's not. But to Filnyr and Snowbick, I'm going. I'll stay here and see if I can tell if this person's story checks out, and see if the smell is any different on this dead body. Actually, just keep an eye out for me if you can, please.
The elf is jumpy. More so than the other guards.
Keep an extra eye on him, then. If they are going to strike, it will probably be while I'm doing this. And so I'm going to put my senses into Saber and get a sense of the smell from the body.
The body is definitely a human being.
Okay.
And not whatever Wokest was. But Saber smells. He definitely smells Kishi.
Am I getting it from close by, people near me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I can still say things in my mind, even though I'm using Saber's senses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll relay that. This dead body is a human being, but the ones near me now are probably the Kishi.
I have reason to believe that Chancel, if that is in fact his name, may have taken a guard's form and beheaded that being there.
Do we see any teardrop shields?
Unfortunately,
that would be too easy, right?
15. There's probably 15 teardrop shields here. Lots of guards have like demon shields that they bought from various places. It's a mercenary. It's a lot of mercenary armies around. So yes, you do see them, including the 4 guys who are here with the elf.
Pause and be on the lookout if one of them makes a move at Ionas, or smells particularly strange compared to your normal Lakenhearth.
And Felipe says, "What are you talking about?"
But that was in my head.
Oh, but Pausing can't hear you.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't.
Damn it!
What,
he's not,
master?
He's not on the chat, is he?
Yeah.
He left the group text a long time ago.
Ionas, can you dispel the magic, the illusion magic that may be on this Kishi?
All right. Be prepared. I'm going to send Saber to the. He's going to go from the human, and he's going to go over to the elf. I'm not going to be. I'm still going to be kneeling by the body, and Saber's going to go to the elf and smell the elf.
100% an elf. And give me a perception check, and you can also give me a perception check, Schnobik, on this.
A 5.
20.
All right. So you see that the elf is looking kind of funny.
Mhm.
He has a moment, like a split second, where he looks down and he looks like he's going to say something to Ionas. And one of the other guards moves his hand like this and holds his fist and then releases his fingers up. And then the elf again kind of like sits back and leans back, and he looks a little bit like he's been hit in the face for a moment, and then he's back to himself and a little bit nervous, but he's there. But it looks like maybe he's been cast upon.
Yeah. No, it's not the elf. It's the others. He's not unusually nervous. They're unusually not nervous.
Okay, dispel magic. I'm gonna put my senses back in myself. I can dispel an area, I believe, but that probably won't do it.
So let's clear up how we'll use dispel magic
or an effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go for the the guard behind the elf. The one that
guard behind the elf.
The one that Snowbig pointed out, and I'm just going to dispel everything on that guard.
Okay. All right. So you're going to have quite a few rolls here. All right. So your first roll,
Any spell 3rd level or lower on the target ends.
Will automatically end.
For each spell of 4th or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC is 10 plus the spell's level. Okay.
got it. All right. Some things are going to go away for sure, but some things may not.
But I don't notice.
So
I don't notice anything immediately.
I'm going to have you roll from the top down.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you what you see after you finish the rolls. So
right.
give me your first roll.
Intelligence.
Check.
DC at all?
I'm not telling you the DC.
I'm not going to say. All right. Natural 20. That's a 24.
All right.
Top down, baby.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Give me one more.
Okay. One more. 19.
Undoing the weave, baby.
Oh my God. Okay. So here's what happens. The guard who sort of like gave the fist to this elven guard, you see him and he looked kind of calm, but also like super charming. And his face doesn't change, but you see he's not wearing a helmet. He's actually wearing a hood, and his clothes completely change. And you see that his shield has the head of a human being on it, mounted on it. And one of his buddies looks over at him, and we are going to be an initiative.
Stop it! There! Filnyr!
How far was Felipe from that headless body?
250 feet.
Okay, so I don't know if I made it all the way back over there. You'd have to tell me how far, how quickly this all happened.
I mean, look, I will let you tell me how far away you got.
I feel like I started walking and then Ionas kept looking and discovered all this stuff. So maybe I'm halfway.
Yeah, let's say you had 30 seconds. That's 5 rounds. That's 150 feet. So you're 150 feet away.
Okay.
I got a 12.
I got a natural 1 on my roll.
Oh,
shit.
no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Oh, should I roll for
give me a
Pawson?
steak.
Or are we
Medium
doing...
rare.
Yeah, can we just are we going to do familiar turns on our turns?
On your turn, you can choose before or after your turn, but you can't change it.
Okay,
so,
before, please.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Same.
Right.
And I wish you didn't see this, but, you know.
And Pawson's still
anyway.
up there. I didn't take Pawson with me because then I just tried to talk to him in my head.
And we're going to do Pawson. We're going to do Pawson same.
Oh, no, he can do the same turn as
familiar.
mine. I'm just for placement in my head. He's with Ionas still.
Yep. Okay. So, Schnobik, did you really get a 22? Yeah, that's man.
Mm-hmm. Dex fighter.
Oh yeah, you haven't really had a
Fast character.
a fight. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so Schnobik, you will be first. One of the guards clearly noticed his buddy,
Mm-hmm.
lost his aspect,
Mm-hmm.
and pulled up his spear. So you know that at least those two are probably in cahoots.
Okay.
And you're a vampire. You probably have no reason to protect the other ones if you don't want to.
No. So there's four. There's four soldiers. There's the elf, and they are very near Ionas.
Yes.
Right? And the body.
And Pawson and the and Saber, they're all there.
Pawson is still there too. Yeah.
Pawson's there. Pawson stayed with them.
Okay. I shout, Ionas, look to the square, run there. And I am going to interpose myself between Ionas and the group of guys. And I'm going to cast darkness.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
See where you're going to go and run. And then the lights go out.
Okay. And are you casting it on what?
I'm casting it on my sword.
Awesome. Okay.
My rapier.
That's so good. Okay.
That I draw from my sheath as I come from the shadows at a dead sprint.
Yeah, they can't. Okay. All right. Okay.
They may have. I would say, I would assume I'm familiar with these. I may have fought them before. I would know if they can see in magical darkness or not.
Yeah, they cannot. Okay. They cannot. Okay.
This is about to be serious.
All right. So this guy doesn't know anything. This guy doesn't know anything. Ionas, it's you.
Okay. The lights go out, but as my brother told me what I need to do, I look at the path, the lights go out, and I start running.
Okay. And you will not take any attacks of opportunity because they cannot see. And you get on the edge of the magical darkness. It's 20 foot radius, and you exit it, and you just see an orb of darkness over where all that stuff was.
Okay, and that darkness orb does mess things up for me. Because I need to be.
Just get ready, buddy.
I need to
you gotta
be able
mirror
to see.
image. You gotta.
Time to set your defenses.
I got stuff that I can do. So the question is, what do I do?
No, I'm toward.
I'm gonna
Felipe.
I'm gonna shout at Filnyr, of course, as I'm running. I'm gonna shout in my brain, Filnyr, up here! They're up here! They're up here! Come back! And then, this is dumber, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run out of the magical darkness, and then I'm gonna cast levitate. And I'm gonna float up into the trees, and they probably won't see me when the darkness goes away.
So you go 20 feet up on your first round, is that correct?
20 feet up on my first round.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
awesome.
the cool thing is that on your turn now, you can use your movement speed to go up or down your whole movement, I believe. I think
it's still 20 feet. 20 feet.
Just still 20 feet.
Yeah, it's still
per
20
round?
feet. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's so great. All right. So from within the magical darkness, you all hear, they know. I don't know who cast it, if it was the brother or the one that ran from the thing. It doesn't matter. Get out of here.
Or the
Get
brother
out of
from
here.
another mother.
and you hear many voices here, and you hear one of them say, You first. Yes, you go. And the elf immediately like runs out toward the exit of the darkness. I believe you can make an attack of opportunity if you choose to.
No, I've got my blind sight set on the
Okay.
the one who was revealed.
Okay. So there are 4 of them still in there, and
Mhm.
and he the the one that was revealed says, "Back toward the lake. Just run back toward the lake, then." And he takes off first.
Okay. So I am going to use Warcaster to cast Booming Blade. Let's see here. I think we do it like this. Oh, but I have advantage.
You do have advantage, yes.
That was a 12. I rolled a 12 again.
Oh shit!
2 3s in a row.
Damn it!
I have a question too once we're done here.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do on that. Yeah. Okay.
Would Pawson get an opportunity attack? Because he's in there as well. I don't know exactly where he was relative to Schnobik, but he gets
Well,
Does he
he
have dark
can't
vision?
see.
He can't see anyway. Yeah.
Does he have blind? He doesn't have blind sight.
No, he
right?
can't see, but he's a wolf, so he's got keen hearing and smell.
So,
And then he has pack tactics, which would negate the disadvantage of,
Of attacking.
so
in the
that will
dark.
definitely
yeah,
pack tactics will definitely work.
yeah.
But I don't think he gets
Opportunity attack. That's fine.
opportunity attack in that thing. He has
That's
to
fine.
actually see him. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you see, Filnyr, is you see the elf come running out of the darkness. You also hear that the crowd is getting it, like they see what's happening out there. And because you know who did the darkness,
Yeah.
you're the only one over there that has any sense that this is not another Kishi attack, that the darkness is the source of.
Yeah.
And Felipe wheels around and says, "Vampire. There's a vampire with them." And
Son of a bitch.
and you, it is your turn.
It's my turn.
So was
Yeah.
that one guy ran out back towards the lake, and that was it, or did they all go?
Sorry, all you heard all 3 of the other ones run back to the lake. So
all 4 are heading back towards the lake.
And
Yeah.
where is that relative to where I went? I went closer into, so that out of town, and I went into town.
out of town. Yeah. So basically, there's a globe of darkness. An elf is running to you. Ionas is up and over, and actually, John, Ionas can see the guys
right
as they run out from the darkness, as they sort of clear it on the other side. And Filnyr, you can't see them.
Right, of course not.
You only see the elf
And the darkness.
and the darkness.
And Felipe saying there's a vampire. I will yell to Felipe, "We found the Kishi. They don't have a vampire. The vampire's not with them. No, there are more." And then I will let's see. Ooh. Oh wait, I was gonna have Pawson go first. So I'll have Pawson go first. So Pawson will have heard which direction they went and will give chase.
All right.
And he doesn't have that charge thing, but he does have he can knock them prone if he gets them. So I'm gonna have him chase one down, whichever one is in the back.
All right.
And go for a bite attack. Or wait, are they all together?
Well, when he leaves the thing, he immediately sees 3 of them running straight toward the lake.
Uh-huh.
and he smells one that maybe it ran back toward the inn.
Okay.
He cannot see that one.
Yeah.
What's his speed?
His speed is 50.
Okay, so these guys sprinted. They dashed. So he actually, when he uses his movement, he's about 10 feet away from
Sure.
the
But
three that
they're all
left.
close together, right?
All right close together.
Okay,
Yep.
he's going to use cold breath. Which is freezing wind in a 15-foot cone, DC 12 deck save. Not super difficult. 48 on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Okay. That's not nothing.
It's
So
not
it's a
nothing.
dex.
It's dex.
All right.
Oh, you want me to roll damage first? Or you want to roll your saves first?
I'll do the saves. Uh-oh. And one more. Okay. So what was the DC on it? Sorry.
It's 12. So
12. All three of these guys are going to pass.
okay, so they're all going to take half of 10.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, ones and fours, terrible rolls there.
Do they all have to make any concentration checks?
They will.
Yeah.
You are not wrong.
Nice.
And I'm guessing
All right.
that's there's got to be like an audible component to all of that Filnyr would catch up on.
Yes. Wait, the audible component of
Meaning
what?
like
Sorry.
the sound of the wolf running and the wind.
Yes.
And the,
Yeah. No.
you know.
He senses what's happened. Yeah. And then let me get this guy. And all right. Not likely to fail. Oh my God, that's one fail. Okay. And okay. All right. I won't tell you what happened. I did roll a 1 on one of these things. So one person
dropped concentration on something.
dropped concentration on disguise self and is clearly a Kishi.
Okay.
What do they
and
look like in the face?
So
They're
they look
humanoid
like
in
human
shape?
beings. Actually, the one that you saw, they did not look different. He did not look any different in the face. He looked a little cleaner beforehand, but his clothes had changed entirely, and he wasn't wearing the guard helmet. In reality, he was just wearing a really long hood, and this guy. I mean, Pawson sees a hyena's face staring back at him from the back of his head. But, of course, he can't relate that to you.
Okay. So Filnyr, being 150 feet away, is going to dash 60 feet and then bonus action far step,
Wow.
which I have not used before.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which lets
I
me
love
move
First Step.
an additional 60 feet as a bonus action to a place I can see. So I think I would move, not into the darkness, but, around the outside of the darkness. So basically take a path that will put me right at the, sort of toward the edge so I can see past the other side a little bit. I know I can't quite get there.
So let me tell you, there are buildings around there. You could get on top of the building right there at the edge of the road. That's only a 1-story building.
Does that work if I can't see the roof?
I mean, you could see the roof from where you are. You could end up on the
Like,
roof of
I
that.
can see like a foot above the roof and then
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could get up there. I mean, it's because it's essentially Misty Step, right? It's essentially a 60-foot Misty Step.
It's a 60 foot to an unoccupied space you can see. So
Yeah,
if I
you
know
could
it's
get up. You could get up there. It just you'll have to use your far step,
to get down.
to get down to keep moving next round. To
Well, that's
use
fine.
it as a
That's-
bonus. Yeah.
that's fine. It's a bonus action anyway. So, okay.
You just
So,
got those on tap?
I mean, for now,
It lasts like a minute, right?
it lasts a minute. Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
a bonus action.
concentration.
It's concentration. Yeah.
Yeah, far step is great.
Okay, so I will be up on the roof then. That's approximately as close as I wanted to get. Like it's within, reasonable distance. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing, how tall is this building?
So this building is it's 1 story. So
okay. So I'm like 10 feet up, 15 feet
yeah,
up.
well, I'd say 15 feet up where
Okay.
you are. And it's an angled thatched roof. So you're standing on it. It's fine. The inn is right next to you, and it is the highest point in Lakenhearth except for the windmill.
Right.
And it's another probably 55, 60 feet from where you are up to there. But I will tell you, give me a perception check real fast.
All right. Perception 19.
Yeah, you see all 4 of the guys.
Okay. And one of them looks like a Kishi, and 3 of them look like...
2 of them look like Kishis.
2 of them look like Kishis. Okay.
Yeah.
And one of them, isn't one of them circling back to the inn?
Yeah, so one of them is on the side road so you're on top of this house.
Yeah.
And that house is there's a road leaving the square, and then the house is there, and then a road sort of angling, let's use directions, north and west, and from that second road, so that's heading back toward the inn. And so you are on this house that is basically on the square, on the road leaving the square, and on the northwest road that leads from that thing. So you have a good vantage point, not as good as if you were on top of the inn, but it's good, and you can see him moving that direction toward the inn.
And then I'll yell to Felipe about the one that's going toward the inn.
Okay.
I'll warn him. There's one going toward the inn. He's over here.
Okay. He says, okay.
Fucking kill him, Felipe.
Okay. Okay. All right. Ionas and Filnyr, give me perception checks. Or what's your
passive?
Your passive?
15.
10.
Okay. Okay. Nope. All right. And Ionas, it's you.
I thought it was Snowbeck.
Oh, sorry, Schnobik. Yes, Schnobik. I apologize.
The other
I'm
brother.
not used to seeing these super high numbers from a Sam character.
So if I sprint, here's the thing. I have blind sight to 10 feet.
Yeah.
And I know the direction they're going. So I would, if I assume that they're sort of running in a straight line, as they said they were, straight back to the lake, I could dash and catch up with them in the darkness.
For sure.
But I wouldn't be able to take any action. I'd just get to take a reaction. I'd get an opportunity attack again if they try to run away.
You could go 30 feet, move that darkness along with you, and if you have an attack cantrip, you get advantage on it because they can't see you and you can see them.
Well, I can't see them because I only have blind sight to 10 feet.
Oh, right.
So he actually loses them in the darkness if they're not next to him.
I see.
Right.
Want to buy some devil sight?
Okay, but I can do this. Okay, so I am going to dash 60 feet, catch up with them, put all, I would assume the 3 that are still running that direction, I'll put them back in the darkness.
Yep.
The
and
one
Paulson's in
who-
the darkness now, too.
The one who peeled off is not, I'm assuming.
Is not. That's right.
Okay. And then I am going to action surge and attack the
Nice.
one that I was attacking before.
Nice. Okay.
With war magic, when I use my action to cast a cantrip, I can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. So because my attack action is my action surged action, I can still use my bonus action from my turn to do that.
Yes,
right?
because you did not use a bonus action from
After
your
my
other thing.
dash. Yeah.
So it's additive. You just
Yeah.
don't ever get more than one bonus action.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. So with advantage, I'm going to, with my action surge, I'm casting Booming Blade again. That's an 18.
That will hit.
Thank you. Jesus. Okay. So we got rapier damage plus 2d8. So that's going to be 8 piercing and 13 thunder.
Jeez.
That's a lot of damage.
So that's 21. And then I am going to hit him again with just a regular rapier attack. Again, with advantage.
Okay.
That's nasty.
28.
I like that.
Wow.
That's a hit.
And that 6 damage.
Yeah. So he. Oh, boys, kill this one. We have him alone. And Pawson says, "Not entirely."
And they can't see a thing.
Yeah.
Which one? Where?
and so these other two guys, they're not in it yet. And it's Ionas now.
Okay. What's going on? Which way did they run when they ran out of the darkness? Did they run straight under me?
No. They ran
Okay.
away from you.
Okay.
Directly
Toward the
away.
lake.
Yep.
You saw them leave the darkness. Filnyr, like out of nowhere, like popped up on the roof to your left. So you're a little bit higher than him, but you two are basically like, your air buddies now. And Pawson came out, sprayed a cold breath on these three guys, and then Schnobik's darkness like approached and caught them. And give me a perception check.
Okay. 16.
And you look past Filnyr on the northwest road that heads back toward the inn, and you can see another one running that direction, and you see that his shield is a good match, and all likelihood he's another Kishi. This is the fourth one.
How far away?
From where you are, he is only 90 feet.
90 feet. How close are any buildings
So to him or to you?
to him?
Close. The road is about 25 feet wide, and so there are buildings on either side of it, including the one that Filnyr is standing on.
All right. Okay, I can see that guy, and no, I'll just do this. Screw it. I see that guy, and I'm gonna send out a magic missile at fourth level.
Jesus.
All right, let's see here. D4.
How many is that?
Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6 missiles. So let me roll my D4. Okay, so that is a 4. Plus 1 plus my modifier, which is a 4. So that's 9 damage times 6. So that's going to be 54 damage to that dude.
Holy moly.
Not bad for a 4th level spell slot.
And everyone who's listening, you'll know that when John built his evoker, the Jeremy Crawford ruling of magic missile being a single like AoE type damage roll, which allows him to add his intelligence modifier to the roll, that is the ruling that pushed John over the limit to take evoker, and so we are keeping that ruling in place, even though Jeremy Crawford has changed this. I will tell you, this guy is still alive.
Good lord. Okay. All right.
Well,
Yeah.
54 damage. That's
It's
a
Yeah.
lot, but we've both
we're
got
at high
more-
level.
We've all got more than that.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's true. It's true.
And you hit him, and he sort of like stumbles a little bit from behind, and he stops and turns back and looks and sees Filnyr on the ceiling, on the roof, and he thinks that the thing came from Filnyr.
Oh, does he have to do any concentration checks?
This guy does not.
Okay. He's clearly not a guard either.
Yeah. This guy has the hood on for sure.
The hood and the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guards would be dead like 4 times over.
Right.
Yeah. So that one sprints all the way to the inn, a little past the inn, and up an alley, and you hear it's
I'm sorry,
super
wait.
loud.
I didn't hear that. Could you do that again?
Yeah, that's what you hear.
Does it sound like it's coming from him or just from somewhere?
No, for sure not.
Son of a
It's
bitch.
coming from where he ran, though.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. And then inside the darkness. All right. Here we go. It's gonna be-
Disadvantage.
Yeah. That is it. That's true. That's true. All right, here we go. He is you can't even see this, right? It's just weird. He's just like going at you.
Who, me?
If it's within 10 feet, he can see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
You can see it just like he's anything. Okay.
Mhm.
So
I've got
his-
my Shaolin
his-
senses extended.
so you hear / see him pull his hood back
Mhm.
and lunge at you with his mouth. And
With his front mouth or his back mouth?
his back mouth. And
How malignant.
and he misses you. And then he stands up straight with his spear, and he holds his shield up almost like in a shield wall, and even says, "Together to me." And he swipes at you with his spear. 18?
18 will hit, but I'm going to cast shield.
Okay. And I
Nice.
assume that will mean it now misses.
Yes.
All right. How about a 14?
Miss.
Yep. And an 11.
Miss.
All right.
Miss.
And the next one is doing
Swiss
the same.
miss.
The next one bites out at you again. Turns his head, misses, and then he spears at you. Dang, 14.
Miss.
Oh my god. Natural 1, miss.
Oh, yeah.
16? No, that's going to be a miss as well. And
It's
the
a
last
20.
one.
I've got an AC of 18, and then with shield, it's 23.
Oh my god. Okay. So the last one comes at you and bites 24.
24 will hit.
All right. Here we go.
Man, even
First
with
damage of
disadvantage.
Schnobik's life. 15 damage.
Oof,
piercing.
that hurts.
And he swipes at you with his spear. He pokes at you. He is natural 1. Man, this disadvantage is rough.
Mhm.
9, 10. And
A lot of attacks.
and-
Damn.
that last one
Mhm.
says, shields up, protect yourselves. Where's the wolf? It doesn't matter. Don't fear the wolf. Fear the man.
They each get a bite and 3 spear attacks.
A bite and 3 spear
That's
attacks.
crazy.
Yes, it is.
So
all right.
Schnobik's in the darkness, head bowed, just sliding around all these spear points as they try to stab him.
Yep. And I got to bring Florin up here.
Oh boy. I'm I'm just sad Wokus is gone because I'm going to
I
miss
know.
that voice.
That's sad, yeah.
Well,
Gonna miss Tom singing.
well, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean,
All
if he
right.
can look like anything, any of them could have looked like him.
Also
That
true.
is correct.
Also
That
true.
is correct.
There's deceptions.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. And you hear behind you, Filnyr, you hear behind you Florence say, "What the shit was that, Felipe? It's not me. They're over there at the inn."
Oh boy. Good times.
And it is your turn.
So
Filnyr.
Pawson's turn first.
Oh, Pawson's. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to do his recharge, which is just a D6.
Is that an action?
No, it's just at the top of his turn, just like it would for you. I did not roll a 5 or 6, which I need for the cold breath, so that's not
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So he is going to attack probably whichever one is the closest to him. And he can't see him, but he's heard all the chatting and has pack tactics because Schnobik is there.
Straight roll then.
Mm-hmm. So let's just do a bite. He got a 12.
Damn. Nope.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
I ain't gonna do it. Damn it! I had a whole thing ready to go. Okay. We'll save it for next time. One word.
All right, so it's your turn.
Okay. So how far did I see where this guy from the roof? I saw where he ran, but did I have line of sight on him the whole time? Can I still see him?
You can't see him now, but I will tell you, if you get up on top of the inn, assuming he didn't get too far up that street, you should be able to see him from there.
And how far is the inn? Can I far step to the roof of the inn?
You could far step to the roof of the inn from where you are.
Okay.
Yes. The inn is the next building over, but it's really big.
Right.
So you're up 15 feet. It's another 55 feet or so from where you are to a safe landing spot that you can sort of see from where you are.
Okay. And is that spot on the roof near the alley that he would have went up to, or I have to move further from there?
Yeah. On this, basically on the corner of the building, there's a cornice,
right?
And the cornice is like sort of down a little bit, and so you can make out a landing spot.
Okay.
Right there at the corner.
Trying to figure out if I do that or if there's anything I can do to help Felipe not attack Florn. I think what I will do is, so I'm going to pop to the other side of the roof. I'll use my bonus action to far step to the inn. I will call to Jonas and say, I think Felipe has been charmed. Ionas, keep an eye. And then I will poke my head over the side.
Or he is not who he appears to be.
Well, I don't know if you heard it, but sure.
We're all in the
that's right. Yeah, telepathically,
Yeah.
of course. Yes. Duh. Snip, snip. Okay.
Oh man, that's making it in. Trust me.
And then I will poke my head over the side. And do I see the runner?
Yeah. So
and do I see just the runner?
No. There's a little narrow alley.
Yeah.
That's off the thing. It's where this building puts it looks like a butcher shop that's across from the inn.
Yeah.
And it's where they keep untanned hide and things like that to be picked up by the tanner.
Okay.
So it's a lot of like recently flayed furs stacked up out there. And you see these two lizard-like beasts, giant beasts. Giant. So officially, they're large.
Okay.
And they are in this alley, barely wide enough to hold them. It's the alley is 9 feet wide, and these guys are almost 10 feet tall and easily 8 feet from shoulder to shoulder
Son of a bitch.
wide.
Good.
And-
How'd they
Lord.
sneak those into our town?
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's a really good question,
How
actually.
indeed.
And the Kishi is there, and he jumps up on the blue slod, and you now see that the slod has a makeshift saddle set up on it, and he gets up on there like he is going to ride this thing.
Okay.
I also forgot to roll my concentration check on the darkness. 'Cause I took some
right, because you got
damage.
hit.
So, but I do get
I might have to re-roll
advantage
another
on
Pawson die. I'm just saying.
25. Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I have +7 on con saves, and I have advantage, so I'm
Yeah,
not that
it's pretty
worried
much-
about it. But I guess I
pretty
do
much
have to
stayed
roll it.
Amazing.
Okay. So from the roof, Filnyr, seeing now that this is not just a single baddie, what's behind them? Like, are there more buildings, or is it like out into the open woods? What are we looking at?
It's an alley, and the alley leads back, and you can tell that there's it's another 20 feet of this butcher shop, and then it's open field, and then there's the warden's hut that's about another 150 200 feet away. But yeah, it's just these two buildings that are there.
Okay, so what I would like to do, and this is why I'm kind of asking about what's around there, is cast Synaptic Static.
That's smart.
And make sure I'm not getting any of the buildings or the potential Lakenhearthers in there. Is that possible? To minimize how much overlap there is in the building, because it's not concentration; it's just bop, and then it's done.
Yeah,
Can I center it behind them to just get them in there with?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. That should work. That should work. You won't hit these buildings. Does Synaptic Static do anything to objects at all? I mean, it seems like it wouldn't.
No, it's just to creatures. But I'm just, I don't know who's inside the inn, so I don't want to just center it on them and fuck up people indoors that don't, that are innocently.
It's not going to hit the
there.
inn at all. It might hit the butcher shop. It's nighttime. There's probably nobody in the butcher shop.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll do my best I can to center it away from that. And that will be a DC 16 spell save.
Oh, except the orphans who sleep in the butcher shop at night. Too late, you rolled it.
I know, right?
And it's 8. I don't even have enough D6s here. I'll pull out my big chonkers I just got.
Yeah.
Look at these things.
Okay.
Wow.
This is
Nice.
a normal D6. They're like 4 D6s put together, podcast listeners. They're enormous. If you took
That's so
4 and made
crazy.
a cube, yeah, they're enormous. So 8 D6 coming up.
Okay.
It's going to sound like a weird roll because some tower, some not. Oh, it's a beautiful sound. Damn it. 1s and 3s and 2s and 4s. 1 6. 23 psychic damage.
Okay. Intelligence save. They are not good at this. None of these guys are, but they do. The Kishi has advantage on it. 17.
Yeah, the DC is what's my spell save DC?
16.
16. Okay. But this guy's pretty messed up. But then let me get these slots in there. So you sort of see these guys. I mean, they look kind of like lizards that are standing up on 2 feet. And there's a red one and a blue one. And they are particularly awful at intelligence saves, but they also have advantage on them, unfortunately. 15. Oh, that's
Does
a
not
fail.
save.
And a 13. Okay.
Yes.
So they take the full
Nice.
damage. And then tell me what the carry-on effects are.
the carry-on effects are: after a failed save, a target has a muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success.
Okay.
So they take 23 damage. Other dude takes half of that, so 11. You said he's not concentrating on anything, so he doesn't need to do any
No, he's done.
concentration check. So I guess I roll. Do you roll a d6 for each? It doesn't say. It just says it rolls a d6 and subtracts a number rolled from all its attacks and ability checks.
Yes. So I think it's every time I roll, you roll a d6, just like you were cutting wordsing him or something.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it says it rolls a d6, but either way, I'm happy to roll it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Schnobik.
Oh, and I'm gonna tuck my head back in too, just so I'm not.
You can hide behind the cornice easily.
Yeah, basically, just to be.
It's
out
about
of
2.5,
sight.
3 feet up. So basically, this building has a cornice that wraps around. It's some of them are nice. This one is not. This is just basically copper that goes around, and it looks like a little pretend balcony up there.
Got it. And that's still like 1 story up.
The inn, you're actually up 3 stories up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I turn to the guy that I hit last round. And I say, the White Lady will take you to a cold grave. And I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, nice.
Holy crap.
That's a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Okay.
And because I hit him last round, he has disadvantage on it because of Eldritch Strike.
Okay, so he will have it'll be a straight check because he has advantage on
Wisdom saves?
on all spell saves.
saves.
He has magical resistance, so. But wisdom is not his best.
Oh.
Natural 20. So he got a 23.
Shit.
Okay.
Damn it.
So he takes 5.
Okay. And does he have a concentration check on anything?
This guy does not.
All right. I think that will do it for me.
So
That's my action.
Filnyr,
Yeah.
you see. I'm gonna give you 3 rounds to get this, but at the first round, free perception check
Okay.
on this thing.
12.
Yep. The guy who jumped on top of this slod.
Yeah.
His shield has dangling from it a large red gem and a large blue gem on his shield.
Okay.
And the red slod bounds out of the alley and runs toward the darkness. It goes. It's only got 30 feet of movement, so it doesn't go that far. But it's moving. It's moving fast. And the blue one is being ridden, so he won't move until the Kishi's turn. Ionas, you now see a giant red slod in the street heading from the inn toward the darkness and your brother.
Okay.
Slide in the street.
And then I see, when I look at Felipe and Florin, what do I see?
So Florin, it looks like he's arguing with Felipe now. Like he is actively yelling at Felipe, and Felipe is not yelling back at him.
Okay. All right. So Florin seems like he's got that under control.
That's under control. He's yelling. Felipe's not. He's yelling. He's fine.
He's yelling. He's fine. Nobody seems to be stabbing
It's like
yet.
he's breathing. Maybe he's crying. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Okay. And I see this. Okay. And how far is the slod from me?
From you, Slod now about 100 feet.
100 feet. I'm going to pull a glove from my robe made of snakeskin from snakes that Saber has killed, and I'm going to point it.
Love the added detail.
I'm going to point my hand at the slod, and as I do this, I will begin descending from the levitate, because I'm no longer concentrating on that, because I'm now concentrating on Seal Havin's mighty hand, and I will grapple the slod.
Oh, nice. So this is, what color is it, John?
The hand is purple. It's like a
Scanlan's
said.
This beautiful purple giant hand.
It's nice and flashy. It's bright. It's like a light purple.
Okay. All right. So what do I need to do? It's a strength saving throw? Or are we going to actually grapple? We're going to actually grapple, so we're going to have a contested
strength check.
Strength on strength.
Strength on strength.
All right.
And this hand has a 26 strength.
So
So that's
a lot more than a
plus
slad.
8. It's a plus 8. So I'm going to roll a d20, and you're going to roll a d20. And we're just going to see
what happens. Okay. The slod gets a natural 20. Actually,
which is a
plus 8.
So I rolled a 17 plus 8, so I'm going to win that.
You got
25.
it. I rolled a natural 20 with my red slod.
That slod tried as hard as he could try.
He's like, oh, what? All right, you have him grappled.
And so, I'm just going to reach that hand down. I'm just going to grab him and hold him there.
You got him. You got him. Jesus. Okay. And the Kishis in the darkness are attacking sweet dear Schnobik. All right. Turns his head, bites at you. Oops.
Disadvantage still.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Let me roll that again. Turns his head, bites at you.
20 both times.
20.
Oh,
I'm gonna
20
go ahead.
double 20s.
I'm going to go ahead and cast shield again.
Oh my goodness. Resources.
So that's going to miss.
These guys are resource magnets. All right. Swipes his spear at you. He's going to miss.
9.
He just keeps jabbing at you. It's so fast. 19 still misses. And
22 will miss.
Oh,
just
damn
barely.
it. And his buddy bites at you. Misses. Oh, this is a spear attack. Misses. And you see these things like flying at you. I mean, they're so fast. They just keep like jamming the spear at you, and they just keep missing over and over and over again. And the last one bites at you. And oh my God, another natural one. In the old days, I'd have had him hit his buddy, but I'm not doing that no more. 15, miss. Oh my God. So in the darkness, like Ionas, you have no idea what's going on in there, but you hear like the sound of attacking and hyenas like laughing and they're biting, and you just hear like they're not hitting anything. It's like almost like they're just chattering and they're not even finding metal when they swing or leather of Schnobik. And from behind you,
From behind Ionas?
yeah, you hear, "Oh damn! Oh shit! Oh shit!" and you see that Felipe has just bit Florn.
God damn it.
Okay. And he produces from his side a spear which seems much longer than ought to be. and he swings. He misses, and
Now he
God,
doesn't
he
necessarily
misses.
have disadvantage, right?
These guys don't have disadvantage, no.
Right.
Oh, right. So one of these spear attacks hits, and so Florn. Yeah, Florn is super, super upset, and he doesn't. He clearly doesn't understand what is happening. He has failed his intelligence checks every time to see if he sees through the disguise. But
Felipe, where'd you get that hyena head, and why is it biting me?
God, yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. Felipe turns his head and bites him with the back of his head, and Florn is still like, I don't know. Could have had a bad day. He's been interrogating a lot of people. All right, and
Must be some druid thing.
yeah, totally. And primal savagery. I know it's a cantrip, but I have no idea how it works. And Filnyr from the alley, the blue slod and his rider run out of the alley and follow the red slod.
Okay.
Give me another wisdom check. A perception check.
Natural 1, so that's a 6.
Shit.
Yeah. So 2 dangling gems on the shield, and he has his spear in his left hand, not his right hand, as he rides past you.
I also just realized that red slod should have taken a d6 off his grapple roll, right?
Oh, he
Not
should
that
have.
it matters, but
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Well, he failed it anyway.
Yeah.
Nice. And it is your turn, Filnyr.
Pawson's turn.
Pawson's turn.
So Pawson will try his recharge again. 5, so he has his cold breath back. Not that he's going to use it with Schnobik right next to him. But he's going to try to bite again. See what happens. 17.
That is a miss.
All right. Pawson's not doing well in the dark. That's all I can say.
No.
Okay. Then
and it's your
Filnyr.
turn.
Yeah. So I have eyes on Felipe, or air quotes Felipe.
No, I think from where you are, so you'd have to go to the front part of the inn to see. Like, you're sort of concentrating on this guy.
Okay. So I am going to. I still have a good line of sight on him, right?
Yeah. He's like 55, 60 feet down below you.
Okay. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on him. All right. So first one, 14 to hit.
That's gonna miss.
Okay. Second blast, 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
Come on. Third one, 21 to hit.
Got him. You got
There
him.
it is. All right. So here's the damage, and I'm going to pull him 10 feet toward me,
All right.
which is probably going to pull him off the slot, hopefully.
That's definitely going to pull him off the slot. And I am going to let you roll a d20.
Okay.
And under 10, he's dropping his shield. Above 10, he's keeping his shield.
15.
All right. So he holds onto his shield somehow. And the slot just kind of looks back at him.
Right. So he goes up toward me because I'm up above him, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if he takes, I don't know, triangles, whatever they are, based on where we are. I don't know if he's actually 10 feet
he'll
up,
take a
but-
d6 damage. He'll take a d6 damage. All right.
So another 2. So that's a total of 11 damage from the bolt and the fall.
Okay.
Is he still with us?
Barely.
Um,
This dude is still alive.
How long is the inn? Like, if I'm going to track where he's going, should I be moving along the rooftop to the other end?
So he's heading back toward the, like, where you had been.
Right.
So you're at the corner of the inn above the house that you were on before.
Yeah.
he is now almost exactly where you are, like on the inn.
Right.
And next turn, if he dashes, he could potentially make it back to the darkness. But I mean, if you wanted to track him, you would need to go down to the house again.
And how tall are the slots relative to the houses? Like, do they seem like they could jump up onto the roof?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
They're about 10 feet high. Like, I mean, they could climb up if they can't.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
They're 10 feet. They're not like 10 feet at the shoulder, right? They're like,
no,
they
head,
could
top of the head, 10 feet.
reared up on their pine legs. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it makes sense to like far step to the opposite, to a further corner of the inn. So if there's the opposite corner of the inn in the direction of travel that they're going, I'll stay on the inn rooftop and just sort of like pop over to the other side.
You're as far in the direction that they're going on
Gotcha.
the inn that you can get. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pop back to the other rooftop where I was before,
Okay.
seeing where they're going.
Okay. So you have a fight now between 2 Slods and 5 Kishi. The town folk are not doing anything necessarily yet to help, but Florn has seen pretend Felipe's true colors. And so far, Schnobik is 100% safe, but not doing as much as he would probably like to cut these guys down. Ionas has a giant red slod grappled in his purple hand, and Filnyr is on top of a roof after he has just knocked a Kishi rider from the top of a giant blue slod. There are naked Lakenhearthers who had been going through this line, and as we end this episode, I want to say that there is an obvious lack of guards in town.
Yeah, we don't have any help.
And that is where we will end episode 63 of the Dungeon Dads podcast.
Oof, big one. Big one.
Wow. It's like,
This is an assault.
So, did we get a level up?
So I actually plan on having you guys level up but the last time, and I wanted to do it in episode, and then John convinced me not to have you guys do it during the episode.
What?
Not a big deal. But John is the one who convinced me that it was a bad idea.
great. Yeah, you're throwing me under the bus. Yeah.
Oh no! I just whatever. You were right. You were right. For sure, if you guys survive this, and save enough of Lakenhearth, you're gonna definitely level up to 12.
And if we don't save enough of Lakenhearth, we're going to level down.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember how I had this whole idea of how I would handle level ups, and it was based on number of troops that you had amassed? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
All right,
survive
everybody.
this, and you'll be level 12.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to give us 5s and scribes where you can, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that kind of stuff. And jump over on the Patreon, ad free,
right.
Discord, bonus episodes.
Links for everything in the show notes.
Yeah.
And
Dope t-shirts on TeePublic still.
That's right.
And just because you're not playing this game, so there's no rule that says you can't go and do some meta research in these slot and these Kishi if you can find them. They're nasty. They're super, super nasty. And I will say, darkness for the win. Someone would definitely be dead by now if it wasn't for darkness.
Yeah,
For
That's
sure.
the truth. Well, come on back, everybody, to episode 64. We got some work to do.
Yes, we do.
Toodaloo.
All right, y'all. Super.